retrieval on. Just want to make sure everyone's crystal clear on it moving forward. Okay, so types of feedback. First of all, in your head, hopefully you're thinking there are 6, and there are 6 different types of feedback. Again, try and think now what they are. What are the 6 different types of feedback? We get these confused with guidance quite a lot. Obviously, we did guidance last lesson, which is verbal, visual, mechanical, and manual. Feedback is very different to that. Okay, so feedback is always information a performer receives about their performance. Okay, it can be during, it can be after a performance or game, whatever way you want to look at it. Whereas guidance, verbal could be feedback, so could visual. Yeah, you could get verbal and visual feedback, but they are very different things. Okay, so the 3 different pairs of feedback are positive and negative, knowledge of results, knowledge of performance, which we've known as KOR and KOP, and then we've got extrinsic and intrinsic. Now, firstly, let's go to positive and negative. These are the 2 easiest to talk about, okay? Positive, really important for beginners. It informs athletes what was correct about their movement. It's important for motivation, okay? Really important for motivation. This is extrinsic feedback. It comes from outside of the performer, okay? Then, some examples of it. Could have a teacher, coach saying well done, okay? It could be a teammate saying well done. It could also be you seeing that you've scored a goal. That would be some positive feedback, okay? Then, negative. This is really important for elite athletes. Why? Because elite athletes need to know what went wrong because they want to improve, okay? So it informs athletes what was incorrect about the movement and how they're going to improve it moving forward. Again, examples. You jump too early for your spike in volleyball, or whatever it is, okay? Negative feedback is important if you want to improve. However, not good for beginners, because beginners want to continue to have that motivation to keep performing well. And if they don't have a motivation, they're obviously not going to continue playing the sport. Again, if you need to pause it to write anything down, please do it now. Next, knowledge of results, knowledge of performance. So firstly, knowledge of results is feedback about the outcome, okay? So it's not about anything to do with the performance at all. It's literally what happened at the end. So if, again, we're talking about beginners, we could talk about, let's talk about tennis, okay? We're teaching the serve. Well done, you got the serve in, okay? The serve went into the box. That would be knowledge of results, okay? It doesn't matter how it got there, it got into the box, so it was a legal serve. Then again, try and think of 2 more. Think about other sports. Okay, you can continue to use racket sports, or you can think of some others. Then we have knowledge of performance. Okay, this is again more important for elite athletes. If for an elite athlete, I went, well done, you got your serve in, they expect to do that. They want to know how they can get a little bit more spin on it or a little bit more power on it. And the way they do that is through their technique. So knowledge of performance focuses on their technique and the quality of it, whereas knowledge of results literally just worries about a final outcome. Again, pause it if you need to write notes. Then finally, we have extrinsic and intrinsic feedback. Extrinsic feedback is feedback from an external source. So it can be from coach, teacher, peers, it can be from a referee, it could be from anyone not inside of you. Then beginners rely heavily on this, okay, because they don't know how to give themselves feedback. All right, so it could be a coach telling you you need to improve this. It could be your teammates telling you you need to move here. Intrinsic is a feedback from within, okay, and we've mentioned kinesthetic feel, and I remember showing you videos of Steph Curry shooting where he shoots the ball from 3-point range. It goes in, and before it's even gone in, he's turned and started running back because he knows it's going in. Okay, that's intrinsic feedback, knowing that you've done something well just through the feel of it or through how it all looks. So we've also talked about catching. Okay, you know whether you've caught the ball well because it goes in your hands correctly. If you catch it and it hits your hands weird, you know straight away that you've dropped it without having to see the final result. Elite performers get this through time. Beginners will not have this initially, okay? They need to practice before they can start to get any form of feel for a movement, okay? So I've given you a few examples there as well. They are the 6 different types of feedback that we need to know.